driving intelligence community. In one of my recent videos, I showed how to unplug the drains in that 2006 Cadillac CTS, or any vehicle for that matter. Just got to find those roof drains. But in the process of doing that, I wanted to take out the rear seats and do some cleaning, and also had to take out the side panel. So in this video, it's going to be a brief, quick tips to show you how to get the rear seat assembly and the top panel, the rear shelf, underneath the rear window out of this vehicle. Stay tuned. In my prior video, I was focused on these panels here because they were stained from a plugged moonroof drain. So I wanted to take those panels off and do a proper cleaning. I showed that in the prior video. But while I was in here, I decided to take everything out of the back because it turned out it was pretty filthy. When I saw how dirty those were once I got them out of the vehicle, I pulled all these seats assemblies out, rear seat bottom cushion, back, and then I also pulled that top assembly that goes over the sub and cleaned them all thoroughly. The absolute easiest part of this rear seat removal is the bottom seat cushion. You literally just lift it up and pull it out. You'll just have to feed the seat belts out from those slots. If you decide to take these rear quarter trim panels out, I've shown this in my other video where I had plugged roof drains and I had to clean all this material. But you remove that plug, and behind that plug is a bolt, and then the rest of it is a push-in clips and push pins. To remove that, you're going to have to, after you get the rear seat up, you're going to have to remove a Torx bolt that holds the bottom of the seat belt on. And then after you get this rear panel removed, what you'll need to do is push the clips on the back side of this plastic piece. And once you do that, then the whole seatbelt assembly can be pulled through that trim panel, and you can get it out of the vehicle for cleaning. Rear lower seat cushions removed, which is easy to pull out as I've shown. I've still got work to do in here in terms of cleaning. You can see I've still got a stain on the headliner. And what I'm going to do while I've got this all apart is take off that rear panel and steam clean that just to make sure everything is nice and clean. In order to remove the back seat, there are 4 bolts across the bottom that need to be removed. And there's 4 10mm bolts across the top that need to be removed. You can see on these long studs, I've already moved the bolts. I just need to remove those lower bolts and that whole seat assembly will come out. After all the bolts are removed, the last thing to do to get this seat out is to take a small screwdriver and press it inside that hole, and that will release the seat belt. In order to get this real panel cover off, which covers the sub, at least on a CTS-V and rear speakers, all you need to do is lift up on one end of it, past the seatbelt, and pull it, and the whole thing will come out. Removing this side trim piece literally is just pulling it away from the wall of the vehicle, just a bunch of push pins. What might be beneficial is to have a trim removal tool to get behind the two. There's 2 push pins back here, and I was worried about breaking this, so when I pulled this off, I put my trim removal tool back there and pry it out on the push pin itself, not just pulling on the panel. And here I damaged things so you don't have to. I'm a little disappointed with this trim piece because the tabs are breaking. They're not very robust. So one of the tabs actually broke. So I'm hoping that this thing will stay secure and not vibrate. I might have to get some new panels. But just so you know how this works, as it's sitting in this position, first you pull up here to dislodge it from this trim panel, and then you pull it back toward the back of the vehicle and it should release. Far be it from me to do anything halfway, so I've taken most of the back of the interior out. That's Abe, of course, and there's Abe's safety net. But I wanted to get this thing completely cleaned up inside.